Hi everybody! So I filmed this video last week and a bunch of stuff came up and I wasn't able to get around to editing it, and like every day I was like, oh, I'm gonna edit it, and then I got really busy or I got sick to my stomach. I had food poisoning earlier this week, so it's been a heck of a week, but so I wanted to re-record the intro for you, just to let you know. It's kind of like I delve into how we're handling our debt and finances, and it wasn't something that I intended to talk about, but once I started talking about it, I started getting kind of geeked out about it. So I think it's interesting, and I think it's fun to share kind of like how you handle, or how I handle my finances, especially for millennials. I know we handle things a lot differently than people of other generations. So I think that's kind of helpful in a way to keep talking about it, because I don't understand why nobody talks about their finances. But anyway, I don't get too detailed, but I kind of have some good information that I've gathered from various places, and I'll link everything in the description and in my blog post as well. So if you need any more information, always feel free to contact me. There are multiple ways. At Plans and Prana on Instagram. You can direct message me there, or on Twitter, or you can email me, plansandprana@gmail.com. So there are various ways to get a hold of me. So anyway, without further ado, here is the video.
All right, here we go. I think I'm gonna start out with my finances. My husband and I have been working on paying off our debt, and I wanted to kind of do a little spread on that, and we'll just see from there where I go. I don't really know what all I want in here, so we shall see. All right, here we go. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done with this. Of course, I have to fill everything out, and I'm sure I'll probably come up with some more goals. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how we're handling everything. Just to kind of briefly go through this, we've consolidated our debt with a loan, which is pretty cool. And then I have been listening to these guys it's Listen Money Matters, and I've mentioned them before, and I'll write it out. And these guys have amazing tips on how to save money. I tried to read the Dave Ramsey book, and it was just too condescending and sexist, and it really didn't pertain to the way money is handled nowadays. I'm sure there are some great tips in there, but I just could not get through it. It was way too aggravating. So I found these guys by Googling like something about non-Dave Ramsey money tips, and these guys are millennials, and they're all about, you know, side hustles and figuring out how to pay off your debt. And the number one thing they say is to pay off your debt, and one of the things that they recommended was consolidating your debt. So that is something that I looked into, and I thought it was a good idea. And so, yeah, we have done that. And then another thing that they mentioned is that you need to have an emergency fund. I think they say you need to have at least 3 months of your expenses. So like all of your bills and stuff, you need to have that saved up, which is a struggle for us, especially because we're just starting out on this. So there's that, but we're definitely going to try and do that. And then I really, really, really want to have a house. And that is another thing that these guys talk about is how to buy a house. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that in my future. And then, of course, one thing they, of course, say is to pay off your debt before you start investing, except if you have a matching 401k, which I've been bad. We do with where I work, and I haven't applied for it yet. But there's Betterment, which is a website that I have not looked into it yet, but they talk about it all the time on investing. And then I heard a long time ago on NPR, their money show on Saturdays, to invest in a Roth IRA. So I, of course, need to do some more research on these. 401k, I'm definitely going to be doing that very soon. And I think another goal would be to get a financial And if you are questioning my spelling of advisor, you're wrong. It is not an O, it's an ER. I am a grammar freak here. At least AP style says with an ER. And if I'm wrong, you can tell me and I won't be offended. But I am 100% sure that it's spelled ER. Not that it matters to you guys. It really doesn't in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, I highly suggest Listen Money Matters, and I think writing out your goals and seeing everything tangible like this is a really great way to figure out what you need to do. I'm not an expert on this. We are just starting out in this area, so I'm excited to kind of be getting into the money saving aspect. Yay, adulting. I'm gonna write that. And if you haven't read the Kelly Williams Brown book, Adulting. You totally should. I saw on her Instagram that Reese Witherspoon just recommended it. So, but I definitely recommend it. And that's another thing that she mentions in that book is paying off your debt by consolidating it. So that was pretty neat. I think that was probably where I first heard that piece of advice. So I'll probably update you guys in the future to see like where we are with paying off our debt. I was not expecting to talk about my finances, but it's been on my mind a lot lately. And then some tips on how to save money. We've eliminated our non-essentials. So we used to have Sling TV, which I highly recommend Sling TV if you have the money for it every month. It's about $30 and you're not paying like a ridiculous amount of money for television, which is awesome. So you get like, I would watch HGTV nonstop, and they have pre-recorded things, and you can't record it, so there's like no TiVo or anything. But it's definitely, the only way I found it was because my husband wanted Turner Classic Movies, and that was like the only way to get it without paying Comcast like $150 a month, which we're just like not gonna do. So we were paying $30 a month, but Grant's not here a lot because he's working a lot, and then I come home and I was tired, and so I'd sit in front of the TV, and I wasn't happy that I was doing that. So we eliminated that. Of course, we're gonna keep Netflix and Hulu, so that at least we still have some form of entertainment. And then making coffee from home. It's been really difficult for me, y'all. I am a coffee freak, and they provide coffee for us at a really steeply discounted price, and it's Starbucks, and it's really difficult, even though it's like $1 for a cup of coffee. Like if I got one every day, that would be $5 every day, and then $20 a month, and it adds up. So I'm gonna definitely try and do that. Go to the library. I have a problem with going to bookstores, which is so coffee and bookstores and Joann Fabrics are my vices when it comes to shopping, and so I need to go to the library, and I love the library. There's nothing wrong with it, and if I absolutely have to buy a book, I can buy it on my Kindle, which is a lot cheaper, even though I do really enjoy tangible books. And I can always there's a store down here called McKay's, which is kind of like not exactly a consignment, but like they resell books there. So that's books, DVDs, games, and all that stuff. So that's another option. But library is free, so there you go. And then I have to stick to my grocery list. I'm so bad about this. I did have Shipt. It was awesome. They deliver your groceries to you, but I found myself spending a lot more money, so I had to cancel it. And one tiny thing that I'm kind of annoyed about, and since I work in marketing, I completely understand why they do this, but it's still kind of sleazy, that whenever you want to cancel Shipt, it's really easy to join. You can join on your phone, but when you go to cancel it, you have to call or message them. You can't just like cancel it, like hit a button and hit cancel. So that's very annoying. And then the other things that we canceled were, I'm trying to think. We're gonna cancel Xbox Live because my husband's never home to play. There are a few other things that we had that we didn't necessarily need. So yeah, stick to my grocery list now that I'm actually shopping, which isn't hard because I hate grocery shopping anyway. So, and then do free things on my own or with Grant when we have time off. We can go on a hike, we can visit the park. There are some fall festivals in Nashville that are free. Of course, we can't buy anything while we're there, but they're free to go to and have fun. And then I have all of my watercolor supplies here, so I can just go ahead and do that. and then I could meditate, which I love. I'm getting addicted to meditating and mindfulness, and I find myself thinking about mindfulness a lot more than I used to. So I'm gonna definitely have an episode on meditation and kind of update you guys on my MBSR class, which is fantastic. So yeah, so there's a video that I wasn't expecting to make, but I'm glad that I did, because I like talking about this stuff. I sound silly because 10 years ago I would have been like, what the hell are you talking about? Why do you care about this stuff? But I really enjoy this now. I like planning my finances out and saving. And I'm really excited to see kind of where it goes. I don't really have a goal date in mind for paying off our debt, but I'm hopeful that it's soon. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope maybe some tips have inspired you. Definitely listen to Listen Money Matters. They're on iTunes, Castbox on Android, Overcast on iPhone, and Stitcher, I think, on Android and iPhone. So yeah, definitely check them out. Read Adulting, because it rocks. And if you have the money, go for Shipped. It's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.